Hey there everyone, it's Kathy Champion and you're back with me in my craft room. If you notice a little bit of difference in my voice, I had some oral surgery done yesterday and I am not enunciating quite as well as I would like, but I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to do another refresher course on putting stickers on our cling stamps. I've had some people that have bought these and didn't know exactly what to do with them. What happens when you get a set of cling stamps like this? They come already mounted in this rubber. Thus the red rubber. I turn mine over like this, and you have a sheet of stickers. And this is the problem that most people have. They're like, oh, how do I get these on my stamps? There is an easy way, and it goes against the way that we're told inside of our envelope. It tells us one way here. I find it much easier it tells you to pull the adhesive back and then put the stamp over top, but you can't see where you're exactly lining it up. So here's a much easier way. Grab a stamp block, and you might want to have 2 or 3. I'm going to use 2. I'm going to use the E and the D. For mounting these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a stamp off of here, and usually I work because they are opposite. This is this one, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out, and it is attached by little peg pieces right there. Just pull them up. You're not going to hurt your stamp. Hang on to your big piece. You're not going to want to throw that away. Peel off the paper off of the back of that one. Get it out of your way. And then I'll lay it as even as I can get it on my work surface. And then this right here has a division on it where you can peel it off in the middle. Don't do that. Grab it by the corner like this, making sure the image is stuck to this. And then once you've got that image completely off, this is the side that's going to be stuck to your block. So lay that on your hand and just rub it down. All that's going to do is get a little bit of the sticky out so that it will not adhere to your block too much. Now all you want to do is just lay this down on your block. Don't rub it, just gently press. And then you're going to take the edge of your fingernail. If you don't have fingernails, you can use take your pick tool. Just be very careful not to tear and not to scratch your block. For me, my fingernails work fine, because once you can get up under the edge of that, then you can peel it off. Throw that in the trash, and now all you're going to do is turn that over, and you can see now that lines up perfectly with our little lamb. Now I am going to have to get over top of it, so you may get my head a little bit, but when you're at home doing this, you're not on camera, you can line this up. Let me make sure I'm getting this perfect. Yeah, you can line this up as perfect as can be, just like that, and I'm always extremely careful. And press it down. Give it a good press, and then grab hold of the edge, making sure you're pulling the sticker with it, and pull that up. And there you have a perfectly mounted cling stamp. So what I do at this point, I just bring my little piece over and I put him back down in there, just like that. Then I'll go to the next one beside of him. And then looking at this, that would be this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the backer off of the stamp itself. You do not want to put your sticker down on that backing, because that backing comes off very easily. So again, I'm going to grab my stamp from the corner edge, making sure, now see how that's pulling up, but it's not bringing the image with it? That's not what you want. Press that back down, rub it, and then come back and try it again. Now I've got my entire image. Peel it off, stick it to your hand, then bring it to your block, set it down, and now you're going to come underneath the edge right here, and it's in the middle. And I'll show you another way too if you don't have fingernails. That might work. I have a tendency to get bubbles under mine when I do it that way, but if you don't have fingernails and you don't want to take a chance of scratching your block, then this next way I'm going to show you may work. But now I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to line this up like that and press it down. And then I'm going to very easily and gently pull it off of that block. And again, we have a beautiful image all mounted and ready to go. And that one will goes right there. All right, I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to skip to the basket. And the reason I'm going to grab the basket, because I want to show you another way you can do this. Peel this up, just like that. Put it in your hand, and then before you put it in your block, take and peel back just a little corner edge on both sides. Now, if you got fingernails, you don't need to do this, but then put this down onto your block, and then just grab those tabs and pull them off. Very easy, very peasy. Now, I did that kind of backwards because I was showing you, but make sure when you pull your stamp out now, you pull your basket off, your backer off of your basket. Sit it down so that it's facing the handle up. So you don't want to ever put a stamp on backwards. And I can say that out of confidence because I did it. I got some stamps that I have gotten written on them backwards. So I know to turn it around backwards when I stamp it. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to put this down right here, just like that, and peel it off. Now, this is not a step you have to do with the photopolymer, but I am here to tell you, I love my cling stamps. I love them for the images that you get with these. They stamp out beautifully. So I'm going to come back over here now and grab the smaller one. And that is the little butterfly. So I'm going to lay it down like that because that's the way I want the image to go. Now I'm going to peel this off of here. I'm going to do this entire stamp set. I need a smaller block for some of these smaller pieces. So I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to stick that to my finger or my hand. And I am going to, yeah, I think he goes like that. No, maybe like, All right, let's just put this down and then we'll figure out which way he needs to go. All right, and again, I'm going to take my fingernail and just lift that up. Lift that one up. I try to make sure I can put these pieces in my trash can so I'm not dealing with them. Okay, he goes like this. Yeah, just like that. So now I'm going to put this down over top. Let me pull it up some so you can see what I'm doing. Right over top of my little image. And press him down. Peel that off. And there we go. So I'll put him right there. And like I said, I'm going to go through the entire stamp block because the entire stamp set, because this is crucial if you buy the red rubber stamps or the cling stamps. They used to call them red rubber, but now they're known as cling stamps. So I end up saying red rubber a lot of times when we think of our wooden block stamps as being the red rubber, but not so much. All right, put that on my hand. I'm going to go ahead and peel back just a little bit here this time, just to show you can do it both ways. Well, if that one wants to peel back, there we go. And then I'm going to put this down. I think I'm going to the bigger one. Right there. And it goes just like that. Always look at it to make sure. Oh, wait a minute. It goes like this. See, I could have made a boo-boo right there if I hadn't double checked. So double check before you put it down, because when you look at your stamped image, it's reading backwards. But when you stamp it, it's reading like the sticker is. So always keep that in mind. So I'm going to steady myself as best I can and stick it down. Some people say they hate doing this. I don't mind. There's times it is time consuming, especially if you get in a bunch of stamp sets, like when the new catalog premieres, and you might purchase more stamps than you normally would. Or for me, I know I will, because I've got to have that beautiful new stuff to show all of you. So real excited for the new catalog. I got a sneak peek, and oh my heavens, Oh, it's some beautiful stuff in there. Wait until you see it. And of course that catalog will premiere in May for all of you. And unless you're a demonstrator, if you're a demonstrator now, you got heads up peek at it, which is wonderful. All right, press that down. And now that one is perfectly mounted. I'm hoping this is giving you the gist of how to do this. I'm probably not going to stay on too much longer because my mouth hurts. I probably should not even be doing this, but you know, sometimes we need to exercise our mouth, and in order for it not to get to the point where we feel like, especially when you have oral surgery, where it doesn't get stiff. It's sort of like exercising an elbow or a knee or an ankle after it's been injured, you know, and you come out of the cast. They always say you gotta work it, you gotta work it. So I thought I would work my mouth a little bit this morning and hopefully work out a little bit of the soreness. They were able to take out the old implant, and they were able to close everything up and actually put in a brand new implant in a different position that still is going up through my sinus cavity, and then it turns and goes up into my cheekbone because I have no bone left in my sinus cavity. And that was due to surgery that I had on my sinuses way back in the 80s. So, all right, I'm going to pull off the next one, and we're going to look at that, and that's our little chick. Look at that little chick, isn't it cute? All right, we're going to turn that one, make sure the feet are down. If you can get a direction when you sit your stamp down, that will help you quite a bit. And I'm just going to peel that off and stick it to my hand, and then put it on my block. Pick up my little pieces and peel them off. And now I know the feet are to the bottom, double check, and we are going to stick, I'm going to call her a her because she's just too cute, and stick it down. Now I don't know if you've done the cling stamps before, but I find this just to be a much easier way. I think she goes in like that, yep. It's a much easier way to put it on the block and then put it on your stamp because you can actually see where it's going. And I think that's crucial to being able to see. Now this is a flower, so I want the petal up, and I'm going to peel this one off all the way, just like that. And let's put it on the block and then peel off my backer, just like so. And double check, stems to the bottom, flower to the top. And when I've got little ones like this, I just try to make sure that I'm getting all of that sticky over top of my image, so I don't have any hangover. And that one goes there, and we're down to our last one. And I'm going to show you, I keep these pieces here that I'm putting the stamps back in for two reasons. It gives you a housing for your stamps, and also if you take stamps off where you're using several different stamp sets, this will allow you to know what goes where. So for me, it's a check system. And I also keep this piece, and I use this over top, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's get this last one done. Okay, this one is a sentiment, and it says, "Welcome Spring." So I'm going to put it that way because I know welcome and spring is that way. Again, I'm going to peel this off all the way, stick it on my hand. Let's go ahead, this is a smaller one. I'm going to see about lifting these pieces just a little bit like that. And I'm going to stick it on my block, peel it off. And see what I mean? You can sometimes get a buckle, and I got a little bit of a buckle there. But hey, sometimes when they're smaller stamps, it's worth the buckle. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. Set that down right about there. And this is something you want to take your time with. You don't want to rush it. Now, as you can see, all of my stamps are in here, but these are sticky. So what I do is I take this piece of paper that came with it, and I just line it up and put it right over top of where my stamps go. That way the sticker is sticking back onto that piece it came off of. When I put this into my case, I put this side down so I can see my images. I've got this on the front that shows me what they look like, and I see here the red rubber part of it. Now this system works well for me. I think everybody has to find what works for them, but I hope that you would try that if you pick up a set of the cling stamps. This will give you a tutorial on how to make that work. Here's my host code for now through the end of March. If you would use this when you make a purchase of any size, you will be in the drawing for the Darling Donkey stamp set. And this one is a cling stamp set that comes with the little sheet of stickers. So you might want to refer to this video if you're the lucky winner. And any size purchase will get you in the drawing for that stamp set. Now, if you purchase $50 or more and put this host code in, you're going to get a free gift from me at the end of the month. So it's kind of a win-win. Entry to the drawing for the stamp set, and also you're going to get if you spend $50, you're going to get a thank you card from me along with a free gift as a token of my appreciation for you choosing me as your demonstrator. I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to close out because, like I said, my mouth is hurting pretty bad. But here's the two stamp sets that I did today, and showed y'all how to put your cling stamps, your stickers on your cling stamps. So I'm going to title that up in the tutorial, and I may even drop this into the playlist for tips and tricks. So I think it's real important to know how to do this. Anyway, God bless you all. Please hit that subscribe button. I think I'm about 20 subscribers away from reaching my 100, which 100 will allow me two things. I can get sponsors and start earning a little money for my channel. That will help me improve my equipment and get better quality videos out to you, as well as more product where I can show you a whole lot more of what I'm doing. The other thing is I can actually do a live video, so I can come live to y'all every now and then. And that's always a good thing, because then you really get to see who's following you and who really cares about you. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, please let your life be a shining example that Christ lives in your heart. Be kind, be loving, and let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. When you let the emphasis of that statement sink in to your head and your heart, let everything that you do, every action, every reaction, and every word that you speak bring glory to God. That means show kindness. That means don't be eager to anger. Sometimes we have to bite our tongue. Sometimes we have to turn that other cheek. Sometimes we just have to be meek. So whatever it takes for you to be the person that you need to be, that's pleasing to God, let it be. Love you all, and until we craft again, bye-bye.